You are watching New Car Spin. I'm your host Brian, and this is a pink Lexus. Actually, it's not pink, they call it Copper Crest. This is actually the RX 500h F Sport, so it's a hybrid, it's all-wheel drive, and it's very pink, although they want to call it Copper Crest. It's got a lot of problems with it. It looks like, first off, the love child between Botox and Ozempic. It's just the most awkward looking, awkward shaped car I've seen, and they've had the RX on the market for a very long time, and this is like the 19th version of it. I don't know why they keep making this car. This isn't even a 3-row, and it looks large on the outside, but it's actually pretty small on the inside. I have it running right now because I can't wait to get this video over with. I don't know why people buy the RX. It's because they're lazy. Maybe they think the RX is a good car. I don't know. If you think this is a good car, you're definitely misinformed. Here's the thing. F Sport. I've always said F is for fanboy. We have a sporty RX that has the number 500 in it, even though it's not 500 horsepower. It's got pretty big brakes, but it has these terrible Bridgestone Potenza Sport all-season tires, which do not hook up at all. And if you have to brake hard in this thing, the tires howl, the ABS, yeah, it's a disaster. This car is $72,000. You could get a Grand Highlander or a Lexus TX. I think you could even get the new, well, you could definitely get the new 4Runner. You could get a Sequoia. I mean, you can get a lot of car for the money, but you're not getting it here. Who buys this thing? I've always had this thing against the RX because I've been hit by 2 different cars. I've been in 2 different car accidents where they were both the fault of RX drivers. This is like the NPC car of choice. This is the token NPC car. I don't know another way to describe this thing. It has a power trunk. If it decides to work, it won't because the engine's running. You can't open it with the key while the engine's running for some reason. This is not the plug-in hybrid, by the way. They do have a plug-in hybrid, but I think it's only on the 350, which is the 4-banger, 4-cylinder. Sorry. Can you use the word banger on YouTube anymore? I don't even know. Anyway. I'm not even going to drive it. I'm just going to tell you the things that I see in here are the frame to the vehicle is very inside the vehicle, and then you have a lot of gap between the frame and the body panels. So when the car looks big on the outside, it's not that big on the inside. It's actually like a Corolla size in here, maybe a little bit of a wider Corolla, but look at the space, look at the size of this door. That's like a foot. And so you add a foot on the left side and a foot on the passenger side, and this car's 2 feet wider on the outside than it is on the inside. Look at this. Botox meets Ozempic. It's ridiculous. Anyway, inside it has Android Auto, Bluetooth, wireless Android Auto. What else does it have? There's some kind of Mark Levinson stereo in here, I think. I don't see that anymore. But the most annoying thing actually is all the alerts and all the safety nanny systems. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on and I want to show you something. Okay, so we have these electronic door handles, which if the car's locked, let's lock it right now. I guess only on the driver's side it'll work. On the passengers, right? You cannot open the door if the door is locked. So ladies, if you're riding in one of these as an Uber or you're on a date and the door's locked, you're trapped. You're not getting out. The only thing you can do is pull on this handle, okay? No one knows that's a handle because when they realize they can't get out, they panic. And the last thing they do is go, oh, I'm gonna look for instructions and read them. No, it's already too late. So basically you pull the handle, right? Once to unlock it, and a second time, actually a couple times. It's never consistent. Anyway, the worst part is this. Let's just say you get in the car and you had a rough morning, and the door doesn't close all the way. $72,000, and this doesn't even have soft closed doors. So you get in the car and you put it in reverse, and you hear this incessant noise. It just doesn't stop, and it's like, what is that noise? And you're looking around and you're like, what am I looking at? Shift to park, whatever. I'm like, what? Why is it beeping? I keep looking, everything's clear, it's got all this camera nonsense, right? I put it in drive, it stops beeping, and then it beeps again, and I'm like, what? Shift to park before exiting vehicle. Why are you beeping? What's going on here? And the reason why is because, oh yeah, put it in park, it stops. So what's going on? It's the door. The door's not fully shut, and that's the alert to let me know that the door isn't shut. So you can't pull it closed. So you hit the button, and now I can't open it. I have to hit it a couple times. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So over processed, over engineered. I guess it's the only way they can sell this car now is to like throw on like a bunch of lipstick. But I'll tell you something. The power delivery here is fairly smooth. It's got this EV mode that's fairly still on the economical side. This is not, as they call it, an F Sport, not a performance car. It's more of a glorified RX. But in essence, if you're going to spend $72,000 on a little CUV or SUV that doesn't have 3 rows, why don't you get the Porsche Macan Turbo? Why don't you get a real sporty one like a BMW or I don't think you can get a Mercedes AMG at this price point, but you know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of stuff out there, and this is the last thing that comes to mind for me. So thank you for watching. Don't consider the RX. Go get something else. Lexus needs to stop making this, and I'd hate to see someone get stuck with one of these. It's just highly unnecessary. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Maybe I'll have something better for the same price, which is also known as a Toyota Sequoia. All right, see ya.